was screaming as he cut his hand off to try and escape the CRM, but if you want to see the full review and the full hand getting cut off, stay tuned, but also check out the review, which is in a separate video. But as for this one, it's the hand. It's a mega moment, it's an iconic moment. That's the comics. It was the governor that cut it off in the pages, but when on the real screen, on the TV one, it was Rick Grimes himself trying to escape the big CRM.
What a way to start the brand new premiere of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. Less than 5 minutes into the first episode and Rick Grimes is already handless. Now, he may be the true king of The Walking Dead. He may be the first guy that we seen when the original show started back in the day. However, he's not the first guy to actually lose a hand in the show, and he joins a pretty long list of amputees. First, we had Meryl, then probably most notably, we had Herschel, who lost a leg. Then after that, it was Aaron. There's been a few more, and there's been a few hand scenes where we've had Carl having his hands threatened, but now it finally happens to Rick. In the comics, it happened a lot sooner. It actually happened during the war with the governor. So, according to the comics, Rick should have lost his hand in season 3 of the original show. It didn't happen then, but it has happened now. And you could argue going forward, this could create a lot of trouble for them having to try and film. I know you can try and get your way around this, but still, the main character not having 2 fully working hands, it's a little bit strange.
Yeah, it's kind of tying yourself up against the wall, but he has been given a mechanical arm with a blade. It's like Merle's, but a much more upgraded version than Merle's, isn't it?
But it feels more like a side character thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't feel
like a Meryl has it. Or like Aaron has it.
But that's why...
And with Herschel being old, I don't really think Herschel having the 1 foot really affected him that much.
You don't see his feet as much as hands.
Yeah, but Herschel also... Right, he spent the rest of the show on crutches, but he's already an old man. It's not like he was going to be doing sprinting and running marathons anyway. If he had 2 feet anyway, it's not like you're going to constantly see Herschel running from walkers. But with Rick Grimes being the main character, and he's very hands-on...
Oh, aye.
Pun intended.
I like that.
So, I think this could cause problems, but as for the scene itself, look, very good. I liked it. But I imagined that someone would actually cut Rick's hand off. I didn't think he would do it himself. I thought the way he done it as well, it just seemed a little bit dumb to me that he managed to somehow assume that he could cut his hand off and somehow get away from the CMR. Even though they were literally right beside him when he done it. I'm not sure it was a good idea. I think they could have come up with a better reason to have Rick lose a hand. Maybe Rick could have lost his hand because he tried to escape. And that could have been punishment. I was kind of expecting something more like that. I wasn't expecting Rick to take his own hand. And already we see that Rick, 1 minute he's cutting his hand off, and then like 40 minutes later, he's got a razor blade next to his throat. What the hell has happened to Rick Grimes?
He likes self-mutilation.
He's took it bad. He really has.
Like that.
He must be missing Michonne.
He's taking that Papa Roach song way to heart, man.
Cut my life into pieces. Anyway, what's this Rick's last resort? We don't know. But yeah, for him to lose his hand, I think that's a big moment to start the show. You know, it didn't start off like any normal Walking Dead episode that we've seen in the past like 10 years.
Slow, lethargic, boom, straight into the action.
No, boom, straight into the action, then Rick loses a hand, and straight away you're hooked and you're paying attention. So yeah, I got to hand it to AMC. I thought they'd done a good job there.
No, they absolutely did a good job, but it's like, this is what The Walking Dead's missed. You watch The Walking Dead, the other spin-offs, yeah, we gave half-decent ratings to some of the premieres, but it just lacked this. You actually watched it. Like, I was feeling sick earlier, but seeing I watched this episode, it took my mind off the sickness. It's if I was watching Daryl Dixon, I'd have spewed all over the fucking Eiffel Tower. It was shite. But Rick is going to deliver. It'll probably downhill for here, but I don't think it'll completely go off a cliff.
No, me neither, guys. Let me know down below. Were you shocked? Were you amazed when you seen Rick cut his own hand off? I was. Just never really expected this. When Meryl done it, he pretty much had no choice. He had no other options. He was in a lose-lose situation. If Meryl didn't cut his hand off, he would have been zombie dinner. But for Rick, he had loads of options. And also the fact that he cuts it off and gets caught about 10 seconds later. It's not like he escaped for a month or 2 or 3. Yeah, if he cut his hand off and he escaped, it'd be worth it. But, I mean, he cut his hand off, then he wakes up, still kidnapped.
Done in for Rick Grimes. And also, I mean, does that not kind of make Rick Grimes like, yeah, can we really trust this guy? He's willing to actually cut his own limbs off, and yet they still put a bit of trust in him. Oh, we'll make you an officer. What's he going to do next? Cut all his legs off? Nugget style? Anyway, till next time. Peace.